Now Thomas will come in motion right. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Evades the tackler, and now some space. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Saints' 42-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reynolds firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Reynolds. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Now Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 30. What a terrific return.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Kamara up the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is indeed good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Jones again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Jones.
And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, Reynolds. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Room here to run.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there out of Kamara. 78 yards. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin him deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it, get a safety, push them back. And sometimes you overcommit on defense, and it worked against him in this play. Offense worked it out very, very well.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Throwing. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Throwing on 1st down. Reynolds. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Woods, the receiver, in motion left. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play fake. Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Woods. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Prescott on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And that hits the right upright but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From just inside, Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. To throw on 3rd down. Reynolds. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation. Also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
A give to Jones.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
6-18.
First throw now for the backup Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Moore, the man in motion.
29. 29. Kill.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man. Complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb to see if they can do it.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
keep on the ground with Jones.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. The slot man in motion right. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Now Prescott on 4th down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold-up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Prescott here to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Touchdown! Alvin Kamara saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. The give is to Jones.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Avante Taylor up to make the tackle.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.